Hello, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. I am Mahalet Ayala, your host at Connect Africa. Now, Mali's Prime Minister Abdoulaye Maiga is in Senegal, and here is what he said with regards to terrorists in Mali. So he said terrorists no longer threaten Bamako and Western media is spreading lies. Now he said this in Senegal while he was at talks with the Senegalese Prime Minister Amadou Uribe and representatives of Guinea said the country would not allow terrorism to spread to its neighbors. In 2012, hear this, the jihadists controlled up to 70% of the country's territory. 70% was occupied the terrorists in Mali. But now the prime minister stressed thanks to the action of the Malian army, they have neither the strength nor the resources to approach Bamako or block strategic regions. Abdoulaye Maiga called outright false reports by a number of Western media outlets that terrorists were allegedly threatening the capital or laying siege to entire areas. He also noted that the artificially created fuel crisis is being used by external forces to put pressure on Mali, but the situation is completely under the control of the authorities. That's Abdoulaye Maiga telling us. Now, the talks between the Prime Minister of Mali and Senegal held in an atmosphere of mutual understanding and confirmed the readiness of the countries of the region to jointly counter the terrorist threat in the Sahel. Here is my take. Look, first of all, he is there. I don't think he is there just only to talk about the terrorists. I think he is there in response to or in reaction to what happened in the Sahel, meaning the intervention of Nigeria in Benin, sending its Air Force airplane. And also on the next day, a Nigerian Air Force plane did an emergency landing at the request of the Burkina Faso government, as it was in the airspace of Burkina Faso without any permission from the Burkina government. So perhaps, Nigeria, now we all have seen the move it's making is very dangerous. Now it has gathered some of its likes in ECOWAS members to contribute for forces and deploy it in Benin. So now what does these forces is doing in Benin? Have the Beninese people have approved for having a foreign force inside their country? No. Did Tinubu even ask a permission when he was sending an Air Force plane in the airspace of Benin? No. So this is, I think, in reaction to how Nigeria is now trying to regroup and do its things with, of course, the instruction of the French government, Emmanuel Macron, from Elysee Palace. That's where Tinubu is getting its instruction. So now they want to turn to a next ECOWAS member, as they are investigating the situation. It's really unfortunate and sad also how Ghana is on board with Nigeria to contribute forces to send to Benin, because we all I think for a minute we have believed, or I at least kind of believed, John Mahama of Ghana is a different president. And as we have seen, he was close to the alliance with the Sahel states. He visited Burkina Faso, he visited Mali. Captain Ibrahim Traore exceptionally attended his presidential inauguration. So it's there that understanding that was lacking by other African political leaders. So I really didn't think Ghana would make such a turn, or let's hope it's not a turn and maybe it's trying to do, but the sooner the better to explain and, show a hand and give a hand to the Sahel states. So now I'm more interested now, not only the message or the press briefing that the Malian government, the Malian PM and the Senegalese prime minister are putting out. I'm also interested the real reason why the Malian PM is right now in Senegal. That's a question we need to answer. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. And let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this? And until the next one, bye-bye.